Well, we're seeing all of these hearings now. The Republicans are going after the Democrats for decisions they've made in the past. And this one yesterday really got your attention, especially, Brian.
Oh, it was unbelievable. It's that we've been covering over the last few months, Matt Taibbi and Michael Schellenberger and Barry Weiss, and I think a couple of others have been given access to the Twitter files because Elon Musk did the impossible, bought it for $44 billion, and exposed what was taking place. There were sophisticated programs out there working with the FBI and some lawmakers like Adam Schiff and Angus King to go ahead and decide to shadow ban or ban entirely posts they didn't like, that had narratives they couldn't support or wouldn't work to their advantage. This was outrageous. As Matt Taibbi has mentioned to me, he said any journalist worth their salt would kill for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go and find out what was happening behind the scenes. He said anybody that wanted to be a journalist at any level would revel in this opportunity. And what's been revealed is lawmakers calling directly, the FBI working directly with Twitter to make sure the Russian narrative was moved forward and other narratives were pushed down, as well as people like Charlie Kirk and others that were with 300 followers. It cost $3.4 million for the FBI to do this. And I thought, here we go. Let's dive into this. Let's see if Democrats are as curious as Republicans about what took place. Wrong. Instead, all they did is attack the credibility of the journalists that were given access to these Twitter files. For example, here's Sylvia Garcia accusing these journalists of they're just focusing on the sources.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
When was the first time that Mr. Musk approached you about writing the Twitter files?
Again, Congresswoman, that would...
I just need a date, sir.
But I can't give it to you, unfortunately, because this is a question of sourcing.
So you're not going to tell us when Musk first approached you?
Again, Congresswoman, you're asking me to you're asking a journalist to reveal a source.
Well, sir, I just don't understand. You can't have it both ways, but let's move on because
no, he can. He's a journalist.
No, he can't, because either Musk is the source and he can't talk about it, or Musk is not the source. And if Musk is not the source, then he can discuss.
No one has yielded. The gentlelady's out of order. You don't get to speak.
And she's out of order because he's interrupted.
The gentlelady's not recognized.
You're not recognized.
He has not said that. What he has said is he's not going to reveal his source, and the fact that Democrats are pressuring him to do so is such a violation.
We're asking him about his.
So there were six people actually arguing at the same time. So that's how the Twitter hearing descended into chaos.
The First Amendment protects journalists from releasing your sources.
Well, surely. And here's ultimately, and Matt Taibbi should not reveal his sources. And she said, it's not about your source, it's about timing. We don't know what she was referring to, but if I had to guess, my supposition would be that essentially she's asking, hey, when did Elon Musk give you this stuff? And maybe, just imagine, if he had access to it before he bought Twitter, and would he be able to give that to somebody? So maybe that's what that question was about. This is just a pure speculation, but that could explain why it got so testy.
Another Democrat, Stacey Plaskett, she represents the U.S. Virgin Islands. She was looking at the guys and saying, you so-called journalist. Well, they both looked at each other and I guess took offense to that, because one of y'all said that one voted for Joe Biden.
Michael.
Okay.
Michael Schellenberger said I voted for Joe Biden.
No, I'm just a journalist. I'm reporting the facts, and we got the Twitter files. That's such a good scoop if you're a journalist, and they wanted to tell us what was going on behind the scenes, why there was censorship, why they hired someone from the FBI to go work at Twitter right when Hunter Biden's laptop story came out.
Why was Adam Schiff's office calling up Twitter, telling them to get rid of certain posts or examine where something was going from? The Twitter would put this out there. Other agencies would say, I got this from Twitter. And next thing you know, this narrative would just get on hyperspeed and go through the blood system in the 2020 election specifically. And what happened is, as soon as Elon Musk bought it, I'm sure he contacted these guys because no one could say that they have points of view. They could go in there with credibility and report it. So instead, they tried to take guys without points of view and diminish their credibility instead of looking what they found out, which, like a Ro Kahana. He'd be a fair guy, would probably ask a good question there. Everybody else was just trying to shout so loud no one would examine what was uncovered. And the Twitter files has not gotten the coverage it should. And that was the opportunity yesterday. And they just went after sources. That woman was so confused. She's like, who's this Barry Weiss? And are you a threesome?
Right.
Are you a threesome? Barry Weiss wrote for the New York Times. Could you do any research at all? Do you have any staff?
Well, to your point, Brian, about it not getting enough coverage, I think that if they uncovered laws being broken, that would be a big story.
Well, I'll put it this way. Anyone who looks at this and thinks it is not a huge story is just so worried about being uncovered or unmasked. They just want it to go away because it just diminishes the whole Russia hoax and brings up the anti-Trump push that was existing at Twitter. And I can just imagine what it's like if you rip the cover off Facebook.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.